Wizards of the Coast like to do this thing where they try their luck a little bit with pricing and the cost of magic. We've seen it in the past, so I've referred to this as like a yardstick that they throw out and then they sense a reaction to it from the audience and the community and then pull back from it. The most furthest yardstick they've thrown out into the waters was, of course, the anniversary edition, the $1,000 for 4 boosters of cards that are not tournament legal, that skirted the reserve list, just asked us to pay very, very large amounts of money for a load of shit. And we see this time and time again with them pushing prices to see what the audience reaction is. And on the upside, the anniversary edition that I just mentioned was the one where it failed to sell. They had to conclude the sale without the items selling out. It was one of the biggest victories of consumer voting with your wallet we've ever seen against Wizards of the Coast. I give you this context because today, or I guess technically yesterday, Secret Lair launched a new Chaos Vault drop. It is 4 cards. It is Secret Rendezvous, Serenity, Esika's Chariot, and Realms Uncharted. It's called like the Witch drop, I think it was, Adventures of the Little Witch, and if I'm honest, the art is gorgeous. As much as this has almost a Studio Ghibli-esque vibe, Hikaru is actually a Finnish artist, but based out of Tokyo, was what I learned today from the Instagram. They did this Felidar Sovereign before, which I think was in one of the alternate WinCon decks. Either way, I love this stuff. It's got a real, like, I don't know, wholesome folk feel to it that, like I said, it's Ghibli adjacent without it being fucking Ghibli AI art. The thing is, the card choices and the arts and stuff are all perfectly fine, but the Secret Lair is more expensive than usual, and for reasons that, I guess, you could say don't make sense, like why on earth are they doing this? But I've already explained why. This is one of their attempts to see how far they can push the price bracket to see what the audience reacts like. Usually Secret Lairs are £30 for non-foil and £40 for foil, with a lot of the Universes Beyond ones and occasional other non-Universes Beyond ones being £40 and £50 for foil, non-foil versus foil. That's right, if you're an American watching this video and you're thinking, hang on, isn't this normally in dollars? No, in Europe, or the UK at least, we have to have our prices directly converted to pounds, even though that's not how the exchange rate works. And quite frankly, I've always found Secret Lairs to be quite an expensive value proposition anyway. The one reason that I let them slide so much in terms of my criticism is because they're not a necessary thing. They are usually just a cosmetic thing. Of course, we have the mechanically unique, or existence of mechanically unique cards in the Lairs, like the Marvel Lairs, so that's not always true either. You must be, if you're an franchise Magic player, aware of just so much controversy and discussion and discourse around Secret Lairs over the years as to whether or not they're worth buying, whether or not they're good for the game, whether or not it's just tiring with how many can get released. But ultimately, when they're mainly cosmetic, it doesn't really matter because you can just choose to ignore them. There's so many Lairs every single fucking week. What were we at now? Is there 700 Lairs? There's something conspiratorial going on with Wiki because like when you try to look at the exact number that have come out, oh no, they have come. I thought they'd separated out like the drop series and the Chaos Vault series to be separate, so there's like a start of a new number. But no, the Chaos Vault is also in the drop, so I don't fucking know. It's because Secret Lair is used to describe like everything from Wizards, which is, I guess, maybe obfuscation by design. They want to make it difficult to understand what's going on, so you're just more likely to pull the trigger for the FOMO. FOMO benefits from you not really knowing what's going on, right? Being uninformed makes you more likely to make FOMO-informed decisions, right? Anyway, the Strange Sands, which is one of the Chaos Vault drops, marks the 269th Secret Lair. So you can choose to ignore them, and I don't begrudge people for not choosing to ignore them. One poster on Reddit today said that they realized with this Secret Lair that Wizards of the Coast are admitting to the secondary market and the existence of it because one of the foils in there, which is Realms Uncharted, is very expensive, and that's why this must be expensive. This user also said, good job WotC, I usually buy every Lair without fail. This one finally broke me. I cannot believe that this user has bought every single Lair without fail, because that would be like, fuck, I don't know, $8,000 worth of Lairs, but also because they would have realized by now that Secret Lairs themselves are an admission of the secondary market, like quite clearly so. The only person who doesn't think it is Wizards of the Coast. I was quite positive about the cosmetic element of Secret Lairs when they first launched, and transparency-wise, I was also sponsored to promote one of them, the Goblin one I got to reveal on the channel. But the Bitter Blossom one, quite clearly, was 1 card and 4 tokens, and cost as much as the other ones that were 4 to 5 cards, and thus showed off that Bitter Blossom was an expensive card in the secondary market, and that's why it got to have its own solo Lair at the same price. It is an admission that some cards are more valuable than others, sometimes 4 times as valuable. Ooh. But now we come to this point where they're pushing the price again. And I've said in the past, when they push the prices, we should react accordingly, as in tell them to fuck off. We're in a situation where there are trade tariffs coming in that are going to make all of your hobbies, luxuries, and consumables, they're all going to get more expensive if you're an American. Hell, the trade wars that this stuff will cause will probably have rippling effects to make things more expensive for people outside of America too. I'm not going to pretend to be an economic expert, but it's very clear that the whole situation is quite fucky. Beyond that, prior to all of that, prior to the situation that we're currently in where Nintendo had to pull back the pre-order date on the Switch to figure out whether or not it's going to cost more than they initially planned. Prior to all of that, we had the announcement that I covered on here that all Universes Beyond products will be at a premium price point because we, the consumer, are paying for the licensing fee of Final Fantasy, Spider-Man, and Avatar: The Last Airbender. Although in spite of paying for that, the Spider-Man license wasn't fully bought, and thus we won't get any digital Spider-Man cards on Arena. So they're getting fully reskinned stuff. The decks, then digital and paper, don't even look remotely the same or have the same names. I covered that earlier in the week too. Really is a hot fucking mess when you think about it. The average price comes out somewhere around 27% of a price increase, from boosters being a bit cheaper than that to the Commander products being significantly more expensive than that. And then when we add on scalping, which then pushes way beyond the MSRP that is set by Wizards of the Coast, Magic is getting more expensive. And it really, it just clearly is. There's no arguing against it, even if you are an MTG ambassador who really wants product from Wizards. Don't forget that these Universes Beyond products that are approximately 27% more expensive than normal Magic the Gathering stuff on average, that stuff is 50% of standard. This is not Legacy or Commando or cards for a casual format that you're going to proxy. If you want to play in any sort of tournament environment or take part in the limited environments of pre-release, for example, you will be paying that premium. The premium is unavoidable if you want to play with these new things. We don't actually know whether or not they're a premium on Arena yet from their pricing, and it's going to be really interesting to see if Spider-Man still holds the premium without any of the actual Spider-Man shit on Arena. It's going to be an interesting couple of months to 6 months here. So back to the Secret Lair thing. Why is it $60? £60? It's because they wanted to push the envelope and to see if we respond in a way that allows them to keep doing so. And if we don't, they will fall back and adjust again, much like they did with things like Anniversary Editions and fucking Secret Lair Fetchland briefcase that will cost approximately the price of an anthologies. There's so many situations like these, they all just blur into one in the mind of an old man that's been covering this shit for so long. The basic point I'm going to make now, the conclusion of this video, and the reason I'm making this video, is that I would implore you to say fuck no to all of this. It's really, really fucking sad because Haikana's art is incredible and I love to see them become part of this game and the rich tapestry of different artistic styles that are part of Magic now. But I really don't want people buying this Lair. Or at least not the foil one, I guess. You can buy the normal one at the normal price point. That kind of seems reasonable, but do not buy foils of this. Do not give them a tick in the box or a thumbs up for continuing to increase the price of Magic. We have to at some point say enough is enough, especially in a climate that's getting more and more hostile towards the average consumer. I'm not calling for a complete boycott. I can't, because I love Magic too much and enjoy playing it too much. But when it comes to them just overnight increasing the price of something like the foils of this Secret Lair, I know it's a optional add-on, but at the same time, it shouldn't be that expensive. It's 4 foil cards. Why the fuck are they selling that to us for £60? Well, we know why. I just said it's the yardstick. How far can they push it without the community? Tell them to go fuck themselves. So say it with me. Go fuck yourself. We're not going to buy a £60 foil Lair. It's an insane price point for 4 cards. Don't buy into it. Let it rot. Let it do that whole thing where the sale concludes and they're a bit scared because they've printed it as well. Remember, it's not printed demand anymore, so there's a load of these foils just sat in a warehouse somewhere. And maybe, just maybe, Wizards of the Coast will realize that they can't keep upping the price on the consumer. It's not always going to work. Not every single set is Modern Horizons for how it pushes constructed formats. Not every single set is Lord of the Rings for how it builds upon or abuses an outside IP to make those sales. The quest to forever make the line go up, it's going to stop at some point. People just can't fucking afford it. People aren't going to buy this shit. I hope that was valid or valuable or interesting. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. There'll be more videos coming up. I am going to do some videos on Cube. I've still got this fucking chest infection. If you can hear it in my voice a little bit, I still sound fucking sick. I will make some Cube videos that are going to be on a more positive, upbeat thing when I'm A, not sick, or B, Wizards aren't taking the absolute fucking piss with pricing. I've been Vince, also known as PleasantKenobi on the internet. Thanks for watching. I'll see you down in the comment section. Ta-ta for now.